stay safe. Just to begin, before I begin with the introduction, I just wanted to let you something about Binder CA Social Group. Binder CA Social Group is a group of chartered accountant. We are at Binder CA Social Group serve the society and members through the members and with the support. We do social work whenever we see the opportunity in any field, we have past done a social work with the marathon. We served with the poor people now, and also in COVID-19 we have served the kid with the poor people, and we see whenever we see the opportunity we provide service to them with our members and the social CA group who are the member of the CA social group. With always we they work always with us, and hand to it we serve the society. Let me come to the introduction part. C. Ashwin Dedia is a global personality in the technology and creative field. He is a master of bookkeeping management with start to end business solution. He is a chartered accountant by profession. He is specialized in computerization of various business process. In addition, he holds diploma in business management to his credit. His expertise in information technology industries endorsed by certification like MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional, and ISA, Information System Auditor from ICA. He consults the business community to provide better solution with optimum utilization and harnessing the power of information technology. He has delivered session on behalf of various bodies, including different chapters, branches, study circle of ICA across different cities in India, UAE, and Oman. Mumbai chapter of Commerce and Industry, chapter of Tax Consultant, Indian Merchant Chamber, Dubai Entrepreneurship Academy, Knowledge and Human Development Authority of Dubai, Dubai SME, etc. On social side of his life, he is active in various social and professional body. Currently, he is a co-opted member of Information Technology Committee of WRC, member of Technology Focus Group of Dubai branch of ICAI. On business front, his liking towards innovation and risk-taking attitude has driven him towards IT industry and made him an entrepreneur focusing to create a niche in the segment. His current professional assignment includes founder director of Atom Group, mentor at FAME, Financial Accounting and Management Education, UAE, product architect and partner with Datamatics for developing financials, consolidation management and business intelligence using financial data. He has been leading team of strong functional as well as technology professional to provide solution in application integration, business intelligence, and financial consolidation space. He is popularly recognized as the Tele Guru by Tele Solution and Chartered Accountants. Functional expertise coupled with experience over 2 decades in IT industry helps him move towards becoming the preferred solution consultant. He strongly believes dedicated approach and aptitude to gather requisite knowledge and skills can bring the best of opportunity for CA in consulting segment due to the education and experience they have received, and has always been open to extend and share his knowledge and experience. We are good enough to have this opportunity that Ashwin Bhai is with us in this time. Now Ashwin Bhai, over to you. Please take your session and all the best. Ashwin Bhai, over to you.
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. Thanks the core team to really collate and ensure everyone gets some or the other advantage on sharing during this time. This, I'm sure, is something which is an unprecedented time for all of us. All of us are just experimenting, including you and me. So, over during this time where we were caught unprepared, any of the experiments are right and good experiments. The ones that succeed naturally are beneficial. The ones that fail have to be retried. So today we would be really running through a process of understanding how do we manage into such remote mechanism. So before I really go ahead and start on, I would just try to take up a small pitch. Uh, can someone, can you just switch me to be the presenter? I think so. I've been able to get through.
Yes, now.
Yeah, yeah, I am. Are you able to see the screen?
Uh, Actually, we're not yet. We cannot see anything right now.
Okay.
Now, something has just broadcasted. Wait a minute. We have a dark screen. I have a dark screen.
Mm, let me just set right again. Mm, sharing. Start sharing. And,
हाँ
yeah. Is now the window share visible?
Yes, it is visible.
हाँ yes yes
Very.
yes yes, yes.
I don't know whether face is visible or no. I'll just unmute,
Yes, it is.
click the
It
video
is.
to unmute. It is visible?
Excel sheet is visible.
Yes.
Excel
Excel
sheet.
presentation, the presentation is visible.
PowerPoint. Okay, fair. So today's, before I really begin further, by the raise of hands, can I just get a knowledge of how many of you are able to see, hear the voice properly? So you may just put a raise of hand into the poll or the Q&A, your username just around it. There is a hand raise. I'm seeing a lot there. So anyone who is facing a challenge of hearing or getting connected, you may coordinate with any of one of the coordinators and we will try and help you out to set that right. So as we begin,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So we have segregated this into two short structures of 20-10 each. So 20 minutes I will be just discussing on one side of the flow to explain, understand, and make you align with what are the options and possibilities around there. And post that, we would really come across to a interactive discussion on understanding your unique scenarios and try to address them. Because unlike the regular seminars where we would be able to really exchange interactions with each others and able to see each others more conveniently, here we are unable to really do that. So with that into the flow, let us start the sessions with two parts. One, managing your tally licenses and tally data access. So as we started the sessions, I saw a couple of questions coming up. Ki, I don't have tally on my laptop. I don't have a tally license on my laptop. How do I manage out? So this first half of the discussion, that is first half an hour, we would be focusing on addressing that possibilities and processes. How do we really get through in terms of accessing your tele license from other systems? Like most of us, we have tele licenses, but they are either stored in office or somewhere, and we would like to really access them. Second is we have data of many of our clients and our office accounting at our office, and we want to really align our staff, our team members to really use that data and start working on it. Third is, as during the introduction, it was being discussed, there are challenges of a typical SME practitioner where this 1 month typical miss out of the schedule would literally create a lot of pressure onto our workloads as we go back to offices after the lockdown, because audit timelines, the workings, all would really go across. Even if the dates are extended, ultimately our works would further extend to that schedules. So how can we really try exploring, analyzing, or working on clients Tally data now, because luckily this lockdown occurred exactly at the fag end of the financial year. So even if we try and really start working on some part of the auditing of the client's data while our teams are working from their homes, it can really save a bit of time when we are ready to go back, and we'll just try and explore that option. Then last, we would also explore how we can access the key information from Tally over mobile, which is one of the latest features that Tally has really just recently started on. So for this, typically, we'll work on how do we really enable that, how do we really work out to do the process around that. In the second part of the discussion, we would focus on other options beyond Tally for working and accessing the data of Tally. The typical options would be like usage of various third-party remote access tools like TeamViewer, AnyDesk. How do we really set them up? How do we really make them accessible while we are not there to accept the screens and so on? Then distributed working on Tally and collaborated data exchange through import and export of data. So typically making people's work from multiple locations, get the data entry done, and then do the import export and get the working into one single place, where we are also part of the accounting work, either as a client outsourced accounting, or maybe our staff is helping the client's accountants to really do their accounting, where they are also distributed across. Because the moment they are able to do the accounting faster, we would be able to really get the benefit of that in terms of ready data faster and quickly. Now, third scenario comes up is collaboration of Tally data using synchronization feature. Now, this is something which is, most of these features that we are going to discuss today are not a new things that Tally or any other remote access facilitators brought in recently after COVID scenarios, but they are all old things, but used or looked out in a different perspective today. So synchronization can also be looked at. How can we do? Definitely, yes, here you may need some technical help from some Tally partner, but again, that whole thing can be achieved remotely also. And then doing some accounting data preparation using Excel and then importing the transactions in Tally, so that you are not needing Tally all the time while you are doing the preparatory work. So this will be the breakup of the session. The first part, which will start right away, and second part we will do it after the Q&A for the first part. So with this, let me start with the next point. How do I access Tally? So typically when I want to access Tally, I would literally go across for surrendering and activating the Tally license, or buy a Tally on a rental basis. Now, to my surprise, many of our clients had called our team members, where I was able to get a surprise where they wanted a temporary Tally license. And when we said there is an option available to buy on rent, most of them were not aware. And this option is available completely online. You can buy Tally on rent also, not just for this period, but also across while you are working for temporary assignments and temporary workings, and you want the Tally license or Tally full access for a period. Again, the cost of that is too cost effective, as like Tally's license costing and so on. So you can explore that. But the best part of it is Tally has literally given one more feature where you can use your current existing license, for which you may have an option either to go surrender the license from the HO or from your office where you have, and then activate it into your local machine, or directly go and activate into your local machine by reactivating your license. For doing a reactivate your license, you have to just go to the first startup screen, where you would find a reactivate button. In case you are directly moving in with maybe educational option, or maybe having a separate license with you and you want to switch that license, then you can go across and say reactivate your license by pressing F12 configuration option. Within that, going to licensing and then reactivate license. ये करने से क्या होता है कि we are able to really then use the license that we already have purchased and use them for further enhancement at different sites or different systems. एक टिपिकल एग्जांपल आई वुड गिव अक्रॉस इज, हमारे एक स्टाफ को यूज करना है जिसके घर पे पर्सनल लैपटॉप है. नाउ कैन ही यूज द लाइसेंस ऑफ आवर ऑफिस फॉर टुडे? The next day again you are going to use it. Third day some other staff member is required to use it, or maybe during the day you may slot them ki first 2 hours someone X uses, then Y uses, and then Z uses. Is this something which is a useful requirement? Now if this is a useful requirement, naturally we would have a process where we can say, just a moment, there are some questions popping up. So we would definitely get an option where this license can be used, pulled up from our one of the system and enrolled or enabled at others. Same way as regards to a trial version of Tally, which was earlier available just for 7 days. Now Tally has extended that trial version to a 30-day trial version. So I can either go reactivate my full license and start working, or I can do a option of, sorry, I can either go and activate my full license, or I can go and use the trial version of Tally, which is available for 30 days for free. Now this 30 days license naturally would depend on when the I activate and the way COVID scenarios are going up. Either Tally would extend the extension because the lockdowns are extending, or maybe we may be required to either use our existing licenses or switch to another user ID for a trial period extension. For this, I would just go to reactivation. Now, in the reactivation part, I would just use the admin ID of my Tally, which is generally available at the bottom of my screen of Tally. So I'll just add the Tally. I'll just share the Tally screen also. Let me just check how do I share that. For a moment, I would be halting the whole sharing. Now here at the bottom, you have your account ID and the site ID. So using this account ID and site ID, where your account ID would really give you the info on the email ID, that is your admin ID, which you will use in your presentation. I'm afraid, how do I really switch between the presentation? So here you will put that account ID, which is your admin email ID, and then the password that you have set it up for .NET. Now we came to we noticed this recently, that many of the users are able to trace their account ID because it is visible on the Tally screen, but most of them have forgotten the passwords. Now, how do you enable or get that passwords? It is very simple. Do a reset. You can do the reset of password by going to tallysolutions.com screen portal, and over there go to accounts and go to forget password, and you will get the password into your email. Or here also within Tally you can press F5 while you are on the reactivation of your license screen, and you will get a link to reset your password. Now this helps you to do or use your same licenses at multiple locations. Normally a multi-user license, the moment you are activating it from one location, would get surrendered at the other location, and you will get a pop-up stating your current position or current location where it is active. Then when it comes to using the data, now this was something which was for licenses, which becomes very easy because you have multiple choices now. One, reactivate your own licenses, use trial period licenses of Tally, and accordingly get the access for Tally license. And second is now the challenge of handling your data. Now for managing your data, you have multiple options again. One is you can connect to your server or to your office network through the Tally.NET functionality or .NET services, where on your office network you would have to create or enable the company there, connect that company and keep it open. And from any other system with or without Tally license, you can connect to that company and start working in that company. Yes, in past we have experienced a bit of slowness while working, but with today's internet speed availability, the speed at which the data exchange is happening across various networks, this challenge of speed has literally got addressed out. Second option is copying the data folder from office and saving it onto the local environment. This would enable you to work even while you are not connected on the internet. Yes, a care that you have to take is this will bring a copy of a data as on a particular point in time to your local folder. And once the copy is there on the local folder, you have a challenge of, or you have a care or an important task to ensure that this copy, after you update the data, is getting updated back to the main system. As what happens in our Excel files or the Word files that we work, we literally get multiple versions of the data set or the files. In Excel, in Word, we are able to really manage that by having the file name with the last extended information as underscore final or underscore dates and so on. Unfortunately, in Tally, we don't have that all capability or features. The whole folder is something which is the important factor. Now you have a choice to either take that folder by in the Tally data using the mechanism of backup and restore, or you have a option of copying the whole folder, that is a company folder number 10,001, 10,000 and so on, and bringing it to your local machine. After that is done, please ensure no one is working parallelly on that data in your office or on the copy that has been taken locally by other person. Restore your data and then only let other person take the copy, because this identifying which entries were done by you and which entries are done while you have taken the copy is impossible in Tally. Yes, the more convenient and the advisable option today is using the remote connectivity or .NET framework. Now, using this .NET framework, what can I achieve? Using this .NET framework, I can access my data wherever I am, whether I am within the office or outside the office. This is achieved through the .NET email ID and the access ID that has been given to you. Now, many of the users come with a fear or a concern or a query that if data is accessible through the remote, is the data getting really stored on the .NET? So answer to it is Tally.NET does not store any data. It only creates a pipe, a link between you, that is the local computer, and the computer on which the Tally data is restored or installed. This functionality or this feature enables you to get connected, work on the Tally data without bringing a copy onto local. Yes, you need to be connected through the internet. Without being connected through the internet, this cannot be achieved, because ultimately you are routing your data entry via the Tally.NET framework, which is somewhere on the cloud, to the system or to the Tally data in your local office, wherever it is located. So please make sure this gets through properly. Now I'll just show you how do we do that. But before we do that, let me just explain a few of the common questions that are asked. how many .NET users can I connect? On any Tally single user, generally you will be allowed to connect only one .NET user because the concept itself is single user. When it comes to multi-user license, typically you can connect 10 .NET users at a time. So you may want to have your staff who are sitting at remote locations to connect it. You may want your salesperson or sales head who is sitting in a different city to connect on your Tally data. You may want your auditors to connect to your Tally data and so on. This I am referring from the client's perspective. Now, from your perspective, what would be your, as a chartered accountant, your scenario? As a chartered accountant, we are required to connect to our client's data. So the moment client has multi-user, which normally most of our clients have, we can be one of the 10 users and connect to them and work on that data directly. This feature or this functionality is very, very useful typically to conduct real-time audits, to support during the GST time. Instead of bringing the copy of the client data, which generally comes in a zip file or a email, and then we do some modifications at our end, and then in the next month when we see, we find the modifications that we did at our end over which happened over the telephonic discussion or email exchange are not updated in the subsequent copy of the Tally data that comes in the next month for return, or maybe for audit, or maybe for the annual compilations. So with .NET feature, this can be achieved in our non-COVID scenario also. But during this period of COVID, we can really start our audit work using this functionality more conveniently for our clients. Second, definitely is what is the bandwidth required? Normally, a 1 Mbps internet is recommended as far as Tally is concerned. Tally says more than 1 Mbps is good enough to start and work on. And today, 1 Mbps is something which is very, very common speed available even on the mobile networks. Then overall access rights, you have to be careful because the moment you are giving a Tally.NET user an access, you are actually exposing the whole data to the Tally.NET user. He can modify, he can enter a new voucher, he can create a new master, he can alter a master, he can delete a transactions. All he can do as what he can do in a local environment. So naturally, you have to be careful and provide appropriate access rights to the user. In today's discussion, we are not focusing on how do we set up the access rights and do the access right management, but definitely yes, I would like to share this. The moment you are enabling a Tally.NET user, please also go through the feature of setting up users and giving the access rights to the users. We all know there are standard two users in Tally. One is a data entry and one is the owner, where owner has full access of practically everything, and the user created under data entry has a very limited access. You can create your own third scenario of user, and this third scenario of user can really have more accesses also. Normally, create a new user for .NET also, where a typical .NET user or .NET owner or .NET auditor is created. Any user is created under these scenarios, these security roles, and allow or restrict the appropriate features that you want to really control for them over here. Now, next important factor is it required that Tally should be on at the server? Answer to it is yes. It is not that just Tally should be on, but also the company in which you want the other user to use or work on should also be on and also be connected. I will just take you through how do we connect a company in Tally. Then, is it requiring a VPN to really access the local data? Answer is no, it is not at all required because Tally.NET itself creates a virtual tunnel for accessing your Tally data. Whatever TTLs or customizations that we have done and what are working in the local environment, would they work when we are working through remote? The answer to it is no, if they are not allowed to access or use TDLs, but yes, if they are allowed to use TDLs and work with TDLs. Do I need to migrate the data in Tally before I start using Tally latest release, that is 6.6 today? Answer to it is no. Default Tally series release 5 onwards, any data is there, it can be open in 6.6 also, and so on. So you can start working immediately. There is no need of really accessing or enhancing the process there. Then how do I set up this remote access? To set up the remote access, first and foremost thing is we need to really enable user security in the company. So once we are through with that, we have to really make sure user security is there, users are able to connect and access that vector. Once users are created, then also I need to enable the TSS feature in Tally, which is available in F11. And over there, I need to ensure that I set up yes for allow company to connect, as well as enable SMS access, both these features. Then navigating control panel. So over here, I would really create some users and allow them access or restrictions. So this can be done by going through a control panel, which is available as a feature option as Control K on the top panel of the Tally. Within that, I will create the users and I will define whether this user is a Tally.net user, yes or no. The moment I define them, then only I would be able to use or access that Tally.net users. Then these Tally.net users have to be allowed access to a particular company. Now here within the company, within the option users, I have to go there, enable the option or create users under the users security controls, and over there I would go and create more users. By default, the user that is created as admin is available to log in, and here for .NET access, I would create .NET auditor, .NET owner, or .NET user as a security level and give the email ID which is used for .NET access. After giving that, I have to ensure that I am allowing them remote access, and in case they are allowed to use local TDLs, yes or no. Based on the features that I have configured, then I have to go back to my Tally company, and over there on the right hand side, I have an option of connecting the company. So I would be required to connect the company, and once I connect the company gets successfully connected, and the below messages would be appearing in your screen. One of the messages, company is connected successfully, and second is allowed for browser access. So the moment both these things are enabled or available, you would be able to really do the further working onto it. Then similar setup can be done. So all what we discussed right now can be done on the client system or the client environment. So within the client environment, client can do this setup and create you as a user or your team members as the users. And once you have given them access or given them working, they can start, they have given the working to control or access to them. Our team members can start either doing the accounting work or audit work for the client's team also. Now, after this is set it up, which is on the server side, now comes the area of working on the remote side, that is our team members systems. Now, for working on a team member system, I would have to really ensure I have two choices. One, whether I have a license, yes or no. And second, whether when I don't have a license, how do I really do? So for using .NET features, practically I don't need a license, even the rental one. I can start working on a remote or a Tally.NET credential, even through the educational mode, and still I would be able to access the full dates, all the dates, full data access, what is available to the local license of the company there. So for that, in the gateway, under the gateway of Tally, we have a company info option over there. Instead of select company, I would say login as a remote user. The moment I log in as a remote user with the credentials that are there, so So once I connect and log in through the remote user with the credentials, I would be able to really get access to the data set or the information there. So let me just show you one option live in Tally. How do we really get over there or access that particular options there? So here in Tally, I am connected using this company. And in the second Tally that I would like to open up fresh, uh, I hope my Tally screens are visible to all.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks a lot. So here in the second screen, I will just go and say login as a remote user, use the credentials. And the moment I use the credentials, I am able to see various licenses that are enabled or are connected to my system. So over here, I am connected to a company called AAPJ Associates, and I'm able to work into that. So here I would be able to, I'm allowed to pass a new entry as if I am doing also create. The moment I said Alt C to create, it said access not allowed because the user that was created was as a user, not as a owner. So I can just pass an entry here and save the transactions there. Now, same way I can really go across, say shut this company, go to a remote user. Now here I'm logging in as a different remote user. Now what happened is now I have access to more companies where I'm also allowed to access another company which is on a different license and start working in that company. In this company, you might have observed I have more access because when the user was created with the rights saying Tally.net owner. So typically, whenever you want to use it for helping them do the accounting or verification or audit, please ask them to do it as a Tally.net owner or Tally.net auditor. In your company, means in your Tally where you have your client data in your local offices here, you please ensure you create all your users as Tally.net owners so that they are able to perform all the tasks as they were doing it with full access in your office. I have observed, I'm sure those who know security controls, they would do it better. But for those who don't understand or who have not been experimenting or using security controls, it is recommended not to experiment during this time. Same risk what you take in your office of giving full access to your staff, you may continue giving your full access. That would help them to really complete their task instead of you getting into a trouble of identifying because of which security restrictions a particular user was not able to perform or do the activity. Now I'm conducting some audit work here, which is one of our core challenges or core activities. I'm sure many of you are aware of this feature. So I'm just going through the direct audit functionalities or audit usage, and I'm verifying, say, for example, vouchers. So I have some 3 vouchers where I go to it, and for a single particular voucher, I would say I am auditing it, found okay. The moment I do this, now what happens is in my report, I get total number of vouchers, total of number of vouchers which have been audited and which have been sampled. Wherever you find a particular transaction you want to really analyze in more detail, you may say external clarification required, want physical and from in case any user or anyone. So accordingly, I've said that. So what happens out is this helps you to come to whenever the lockdown bots gets through and you are back to your offices or the client's offices, you are able to really go to this list of all the open queries that you have, start asking them the specific questions, get them clarified, and wherever the external clarification is pending, get the specific details for that and share that information or clarify that doubts. The moment you get a clarification, you may say now it is audited and info received. This will effectively create your audit working papers also, and at the same time have your audit done remotely. Definitely, yes, this can save you a lot of time. Same way for those who are into GST practice, GST working, you can access your sales registers from here. In this company, coincidentally, I don't have much of sales records recorded here. So I'll just check whether I have something for 2017 in this. No. So all these registers or day books would be available and you can really go through. Only 3 records are entered as a sample. So here you can go through this analysis or reviews as and when you need. While you are doing the day book review or any register review, you would have one more option which would become useful because you will need this option typically after you are back to the routine or back to your offices where so over here maybe some restrictions are there into this user also, but you will be able to identify who entered this record and after your audit who modified this record in case they are modified after your audits. This way we are able to really get through the flow of how do we use Tally. Now the next option or next way of usage is using Tally on the mobile or a browser. Now this feature from an auditor's or a accountant's perspective, they are not so critical, but as a user or as a business owner for your own business, you may try and use this option where once your company is connected, you can go through it, log in, and you can see these reports. Say for example, here I am going through the day book on the browser. I say the period as April 1. So these transactions are available and visible. Same way I press enter and I am able to see the whole transaction. Now this being a pure browser access utility, this would be available on your mobiles as well. So from your mobile also you can really look at the records in detail as regards to your transactions, your entries done by the team members and so on. And you can also download and share this particular voucher. So this can be available as a PDF and you can export and share with. Typically useful for various reports for your analysis purpose. So based on your access rights, you will be able to see the list of reports over here. So with this, we are through with the first part of the working. Let us take a small break out here and so let us analyze the scenarios that you have, and I would be looking at the questions that are there in the panel and we will discuss on that. Those questions would be visible to you too. Will 30 days trial will take my backlog entries if we want to update? Answer to it is yes. 30-day trial is just a 30-day access to your license. You can record entries for any dates and effectively any working. What is the rental amount? Rental amount is around 600. Exact details you can see for single user. Exact details you can see on the website of the Tally. How do I use office license to our office staff? Is it possible? Answer to it is yes. The way we saw these details, and you will also be able to see this PPT after your session, so you can look at the details and come back. Your Windows is not sharing, I think, so this would have been a query earlier. Trial option is to buy new license, or I can use our existing. Technically, answer is yes. Trial option is to sell, so they are giving it as a trial for all. But because the trial is just for from a user ID, you can have your own user IDs and start using it. So trial can be effectively for buying, even for normal usage without this. And during the COVID, they also understand this factor and they have given it to all. Now, your challenge is currently the data at present is in office. Yes, and if the office computer is switched off for by error or the Tally is not on, you would be into a trouble. I'm sure all of us are facing the same challenge, and this would literally create a confusion, typically where the server is switched off. Someone has to go there, switch it on, and then do. I saw an advertisement about Tally Cloud in cloud for 30 days. Are you referring to that trial version? No, I am referring to the trial version of Tally license. So 30 days trial on cloud, maybe some cloud user might be providing it as a feature. What if we require more than 50 users? If you require more than 50 users as a remote access, then naturally it is not available. But more than 50 users on a LAN, already Tally is supporting, so nothing to worry or nothing to look at. And same way, the moment you go with a Tally server license, you will get more access also. But this, we are talking only for a license access. In case there are multiple LANs and multiple licenses, still you can have a single data and have multiple licenses work on it. To confirm whether can license version at office be used at home? Yes, I'm reiterating, and this is something which most of you should be using also. You should directly put your email ID and password to reactivate your license. This will automatically surrender the license at office, even if the computer is off. No need to go and surrender there. Automatically it will get surrendered and you will be able to start using on your local environment or local machine. Okay. Is it still a echo? Is the voice clear or it is a echo still?
So it's clear to me.
Okay, fair. So maybe some of them we have to align with technology, because technology has a simple message also there. Technologics. So, sir, can we see from audit analysis? Answer to it is partially yes and no, because typically while you are doing audit for vouchers, you need not need ledgers, but at the same time there is an option of analyzing ledgers as well as groups. So using that, you can still go ahead and do that. Is this all official and will there be no objection from Tally? Yes, answer to it is Jatin Javeri is asking. Jatin ji, answer to it is yes. This has been messaged or this has been there on the Tally's website. So if we go here on Tally's website, so Tally has done this. So you are able to see this Tally ERP9 30 days free pack. Now technically they have also removed the word as trial. So previously the trial was for 7 days after you download or after you activate. Now it is for 30 days. Probably they would extend also. Yes, please share your presentation as need to do practical. Yes, definitely yes, it will be shared. And not only that, But on Tally's website also, you would find lot of help and video around that. And anytime you feel free to connect to any of our coordinators or team members, we would definitely have the support extended from our team members. So on Accountants Club, you can post your queries and we would definitely help you out. From where we can have a trial version, just download from Tally's website. Nothing else to be done. Coordination would be simplest. And in case you already have a Tally license, Tally on it, you just need to go put your email ID and details and activate that same serial number or the email ID and password onto your educational version of Tally, and it will work. Is it possible to make entries in trial package? Answer is yes. It is all. See, normally a educational package will have a restriction of 1st, 2nd, and 31st as a date. As regards to trial version is concerned, it will not have any restriction for any dates. As regards to features are concerned, both in educational as well as in trial, all the features are available. When I'm having educational, I'm not using trial and connected using remote.net feature. Even in that case, I am able to do all the entries for all dates as well as all scenarios. Ashin bhai, can we get assistance on how to configure on Tally synchronization? Yes, definitely yes. It will be available. There are a lot many Tally partners available around, and we would also be able to really help it out on that factors. Our team would be. So you can put the query on the Accountants Club and definitely someone would do that. Is there any separate software to data? Okay, we'll come to that second factor in the second part of the discussion. Appreciate the info. Thanks a lot, sir. Can we access to client data from my office to buy Tally.net? Yes, sir. That's the prime feature of Tally.net. So you can access the data from anywhere. So not only your office, but also in today's scenario, your staff can access client's data the moment he has enabled the Tally.net functionality on his system and given access to your email ID, which may be shared email ID or your staff's direct email ID. In either of the cases, it can be done. Now, definitely, yes, the immediate question comes up. What if after the lockdown, I want to remove this access, revoke this access? Can it be possible? Answer to it is yes. It is very, very simple. Just as we went there, I'm just going to Tally again. I'm just showing you one option there. How do I revoke this option? So here in the user management, I can just say status as inactive, and that's all. I just remove them from the list, make them inactive, more than enough, and the user will not be able to access my data there. So typically, whenever your staff leaves your organization or you have completed your task with the client, you may prefer your ID to get deactivated or inactive so that by error also the information does not get shared or updated there. So steps to start, definitely yes, would be shared. So with this, we are through with the first part. Let me quickly go through the second part. Definitely yes, we are out of time. So I'll just quickly run through the second part more faster. Collaborating your accounting tasks and processes. Now, typically, there are two types of challenges. Challenge number one is accessing each other's computers using remote applications. Challenge number one is managing the data, and second is managing other applications along with the Tally data. Because in a normal scenario, Tally is not a singular application which we can use with. We have to use other collaborative applications together. So when I'm going through the other applications, the most easiest solution today, which we are using for many years now, is like AnyDesk or TeamViewer or similar things like other remote access solutions, including Windows Remote Access. So can we do this remote access and have this working completely achieved faster? Answer is yes. We can install AnyDesk, TeamViewer or something and also use them. Now the challenge for most of us is then distributed work. I'll go through the immediate next slide. So setting up a unattended access for AnyDesk or TeamViewer is something which is a common challenge most of us are not aware of. So over here, I'll just try to give you a quick feedback. There is a feature in both these applications where I can say I want to access a particular AnyDesk or a TeamViewer ID using a password. So by this, effectively, I am able to access that particular machine unattended format. Yes, there is a limitation of licensing, which typically TeamViewer has a limitation. So in TeamViewer, you would have an access restriction. There is a time limit within which it gets disconnected if it is found to be commercial used. But as of now, most of them are giving full access. None of them are becoming stricter and stringent. So you can continue using it. Second is setting up a window. Hello. Is there any interaction in between? Hello. Someone's microphone is on, I think so. Hello. Someone's microphone is on. Can you just disable? एक मिनट सर, एक सेकंड चालू रखो, संदीप भाई का फोन आ रहा है, 2 सेकंड. Sorry, sir, your microphone has remained on.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Yeah. So over here, in case you have set it up a static IP, you can access that through static IP or install any third-party cloud servers like Amazon, Google, and so on, and start working. Now, as regards to distributed working is concerned, we can start using the distributed working in form of sharing the time slots for doing the data entry and then importing or collaborating all that work together. So time slots or the work slots. Like typically in our office, as we do, we give the whole, say for example, I am doing outsourced accounting for some client and I receive the data of purchase, sales, banking, and so on. So I'll ask team member A to do the purchase entry, team member B to do the sales entry, and team member C to do the banking entries. Now, in office, while doing so, all of them were connected on the same tally. So there was less a problem. Now it is becoming a real challenge for us because all three are sitting in a different environment and still they want to work on that. So over here, you can ask everyone to start working by creating a common, by into their local environments, then by exporting their day books, whatever entries they have done, and importing that all day book into your single tally. Yes, during this, there will be few challenges that you will face. Some masters will get duplicated and so on, which you need to do a housekeeping or corrections. Once you have done that, all your data entry, even in a distributed environment, can be achieved or completed. Second is synchronization. This is something which is an advanced collaboration. Definitely, yes, it requires some technical expertise of some technical person. But with Tally.NET feature and functionality, it is not so complex and not so difficult. You can have a configuration for Tally synchronization even through a remote environment. And definitely, yes, some of my team members and our partners have done this for remote locations, as remote as different countries getting synchronized in one location without visiting any of the client place. So for you also, it can be achieved or done too. Third is, now someone asked for the management of Excel. If I collate all the data in Excel, can I do collaboration and some tools around there? So answer to it is yes, with due explanation there. Yes, one of our tool or my tool only is there, but at the same time, there are various options available. So you can ask the team members to collate the data in Excel, which you can get either by typing the data in Excel or by downloading the reports from various applications like point of sale, online business payment gateways, and so on and so forth. Align that into the Excel templates that are useful for by various portals for integrating to Tally. Use that One of such portal is like Excel to Tally, which is created by our team, my one of my companies only. And luckily, I'm happy to state that they've crossed a few crores of records processed in last 1.5 years plus, and more than 100 accountants are using it. So where I'm saying accountants, here I'm referring to those who are doing outsourced accounting beyond the companies. So there are huge count of users who are using it. So they just transform this into Excel, upload this onto the browser. So because it is completely on a browser, so no need of having that application installed on a typical computer. It can be done from anywhere. From there, download the XML and import it into Tally. All the restrictions and controls within Tally are also available and accessible over there, so you can use them. So effectively, just to quickly summarize what we have discussed, sorry, I've gone a bit fast in the second leg, but in the interest of time, had to go speedy. So we have discussed or we have reviewed the solutions like using Tally license for working from home, how to activate, how to enable them, copying Tally data folders on your home systems or synchronizing it through the remote and some other options, configuring Tally to enable remote access, using Tally.net features and services for working remotely, as well as using it as a report provider on the browsers, setting up static IP, which we skipped, but typically you can have a static IP setup and use that static IP on your server to access Tally data and all other applications or VPN structures around there, using the Tally cloud server and deploying Tally on that cloud server for the period of your lockdown or remote workings. So now typically all the cloud providers like Amazon, S3 or Azure or mid-sized cloud providers, many mid-sized other cloud providers are having monthly cloud server availability. So you can just take up one of the servers, install Tally on that server, put all your backup of data onto that server, and ask everyone to access that particular server on a remote. So effectively, you are not required to really do the previous activities that we did and have a single server and single access by everyone. So your all data is in a single location and all that is achievable. This can be done through any of the cloud service providers and other apps that like Anydesk and all, which can also be done. What is happening in our office also is exactly the same. All our team members are sitting at their homes and offices. Still, they are continuing to support our clients as well as do their support activities or the routine office activities from their homes through connecting their desktops in office using various remote access functionalities or connecting Tally data through the Tally Connect as well as remote access functionalities and work on that. Few of these screenshots which I had already directly gone and shown onto your screens, and few apps which are available for working from home or connecting through other activities are listed out here, which you can run through. Definitely, yes, during this all things, please take care of the security concerns where you have to check all your applications or the systems that you are using are rightly configured and rightly available. Same way, access to them is not available to anyone and everyone. Also ensure you do not install any and all softwares directly onto the system because it may lead to easy access to hackers. And keep some password policy, make some strong passwords. This is a good time to really reset your all passwords wherever you need to and wherever you can, and ensure you are away from your cyber attacks and hackings wherever possible. The most easy access or easy mistakes that happen out is by giving our office systems or office computers to our kids and guests. So why? Because they may not be aware of the key risks or key files that are there into it, and that may open up the risk there. So please do take care of that. Stay safe, stay home for all of you, and definitely yes, we would be available for any access, any working as and when needed for any one of you. Thank you very much for the time. Over to the coordinators. I'll just check through in case there are more questions. Tally server 9 and server 9, are they same? Answer to it is yes. Thanks for the appreciation. Recording, yes, we have tried to do it. Probably if the recording is clearer, coordinators would be able to access it if it is there. For Tally, Excel to Tally, sir, it is as like Tally, peanuts. So you can enjoy it, and also it is a free trial available, so you can start using, experimenting it, and once it is comfortable, then go ahead with it. Yeah, coordinators, please.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ashwin bhai. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. Dear friends, I would like you to join me in thanking Ashwin bhai for taking his time out, his busy schedule, and sharing his immense knowledge. It's a mark of a genius that he makes difficult topics appear so easy, and that was the key highlight of this session. Everything appeared so streamlined and so easy. ऐसा लग रहा था ये तो आते ही था पहले से, कर क्यों नहीं रहे थे. Amar, I would like to thank Amar Bhai Kakaria for coordinating with me on getting Ashwin Bhai on board for this session. Unfortunately, Amar Bhai was to give a formal vote of thanks, but his device didn't work the way we wanted it to. So, on behalf of him, also, I would like to thank you, sir, on behalf of Mahindra CA Social Group and Accountants Club. I thank all the members for making it today and making this webinar a huge success. Thank you so much, everyone. As said by Ashwin Bhai, we will be sharing the file and the audio recording, if it is clear, through mail or through other channels as it becomes available. Thank you so much. Please take care. Bye. Ashwin Bhai, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks a lot. Bye. Let's disconnect. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.